Alright, so I'm going to give you my number one pro tip on how to get better. Here's a simple thing. You need to believe in yourself. Literally empty your mind. There's too much clutter in your mind. You don't need it all. You just need to believe in yourself. There's multiple flow states of the brain, and they'll all come to you. But for the purpose of this, you want flow state. Flow state is just relaxing, no outside distractions. You're zoned into the moment. It's both a spiritual as well as an emotional and logical thing. Literally stop thinking about the progress. Stop thinking about how difficult it's going to be. Sorry for the coughing. I got COVID. So it's hard to edit out if I had to edit it out, I'd be doing this a million times because I'm coughing so much. Point being, back to my original point, you're going to forget some things. Just keep practicing them. Over time, you'll learn and remember more and more. This is due to neuroplasticity. So, just believe in yourself. I know that sometimes it's overwhelming to look at the beginning of a project and to see where you are and how much you have to go. It will get easier. It has to get easier. Fucking cocksucker. Let's just make this real simple. We mute this because we don't want copyright. We're just going to find somewhere, right? It doesn't even matter. I still don't know how to do this effect, but the thing is, I have confidence. So all I'm going to do, I'm just going to pan and zoom on this dude's face. And it'll be super slow if you see if I do it this way. It gets really slow. So I'm just going to skip ahead a little bit. I don't want it like that. So let's do 500. This gives me 5 seconds. That just split it. I'm just going to split the clip. Just like that. And yeah, something that looks like this. And that's going to look a little weird how it does that, right? So you break this down very simple, one step at a time. And you just keep practicing until you remember. So then with this shit, you can swap it to where now you're going back out. Right? If you want to do it like that. But for the sake of this, I want to keep it for this, so I'm going to show you something. Frame by frame, using the arrow keys. Okay, I found the exact frame where it transitions over to him getting his shit split. Now I do pan and zoom. First of all, you gotta crop this all back. And the pan and zoom, it's gonna be very simple. I'm gonna swap this, and then watch this. I'm just going to take this a few seconds out. Right click, split. Bring this back. Just keep practicing and please don't stress out. You're going to fail and that's okay. You're going to fuck up. You're going to do all that. Stop thinking about it so much. Just focus on trying to get the shit done. And notice how we zoomed back out, just like that. Doesn't have to be hard. Heck, we can even add some elements or effects or transitions, or whatever we want to make this more normal. So maybe you want to do, I don't know, dissolve is a cool one, right? You don't have to. You can literally just experiment. Like, we don't even know if this will look good. So we're just going to put it down there. We're going to say, fuck it. Why not? How's it look? That shit looks clean. That shit looks crisp. Oh, he's in back out. And look, all we did, we didn't even have to do that much, right? We really didn't have to do that much. You just look at it again. And boom. See, you got yourself some easy shit. The thing is, it doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be fancy. I see all the time people get hungry and they get happy. And it's a great thing, right? When you're first getting into video editing, you want to do 1 billion effects. You can... We can focus on that later, but you need to get the fundamentals first. It's like trying to build a house and trying to build everything on top of a shaky foundation. It's all going to collapse. It's going to fall apart. It's not going to work. And you have to remember these things. The fundamentals are what's going to carry you through to consistent video editing. And I'm going to tell you right now, like, I show some of the effects online, but for those effects, I'll literally pull up the YouTube guides step by step and follow those along, because I still don't remember how to do the effects step by step. And until I do, I'm going to keep doing that. And I'm going to keep practicing on them. So people kind of get excited for the new and cool effects. And we get excited because of opioids that in our brain, I believe it is opioids. And those reward us for new experiences. So the first time you have something is a lot more exciting. Or if you have something that, it's not so consistent, it's like kind of rare, or it's like a treat. So for example, if you worked ever at a fast food place and you had the same meal every single day, you grow sick and tired of that meal because of the novelty effect wearing off. Our brain craves new and exciting experiences. Nothing has inherently changed about the food. It's just, it's no longer the same. So you have to be aware of that and actively work against it. So you kind of have to do this boring shit. You're going to have to work and practice the same stuff over and over again if you want consistent good progress. Because otherwise, you're just going to get crap. You're going to have mediocre shit. You're not going to know what to do. You're never going to ever be in the flow state because you're always going to be stressing. And it'll interrupt your workflow because you're going to constantly have to look up how to do this effect because you didn't take the time to practice it. And watching it once is really just not going to do it. It's just not. And it's equally important before you upload a video to compare the quality to other videos. I see sometimes people get frustrated and they try to push out a video and they just send it out, right? It's good enough. But the question that is so obvious, but people really, really need to ask is, okay, so you're pushing this content out. Is this something you would watch? Like, really, is this something you watch? Sounds like such a dumb question, but would you really watch your video? I see people's videos lack so much in the form of whether it be music in the background, and I'm guilty of this too, okay? I'm not perfect. But it'll be lacking in the form of music background, it'll be lacking in the form of audio, production quality, effects, or maybe too many effects. Sometimes too much of a good thing can be bad. You don't want to oversaturate it with certain things. You might not be doing good, transitions or jump cuts. As far as, does it sound like you have a good script? Are you passionate? And do you really give a fuck about the topic? Are you well educated? Did you put in enough information to it? Or were you just trying to create daily uploads and you're doing quantity over quality? Are you truly motivated? Because what I find a lot of people do is they create a lot of projects that are somewhere between 40 to 80% complete, and then those projects just sort of sit on the back burner and they move on to something else. Bro, I know these other things are easier and you can push them on in a day, but if you really put in the work and effort, you're going to get rewarded. You get what you put in. And part of that is doing things that are boring, uncomfortable because of delayed gratification. It's like Ronnie Coleman said, everybody wants to be a bodybuilder, but don't nobody want to lift no heavy ass weights. Do the work to get the rewards. It's just that simple. Stop thinking about it. You will feel good after you do it. You're not going to find motivation consistently. There's a difference. You have to do discipline, which is doing shit even when you don't feel like it. Do it. Do the things you hate like you love them. Thanks.